Nearly $20 million is on its way to Conneaut to help build up its port. That federal grant from the Department of Transportation is setting the stage for what could be hundreds of millions of dollars in new development.
In this News 5 original, Kevin Barry explains how the city's changing its role in the region.
In a community of less than 13,000 people, the Port of Conneaut's 900 acres makes an impact.
Oh, very important. I mean, for one, my dad works down there.
Krista Vendetti says her dad has had solid work for years, loading and unloading at the facility that today primarily handles iron ore. The only shortfall to Conneaut's port is that it's built for the past. Bill Klein runs the docks.
The iron ore handling facility at Conneaut was designed to handle 10, 12 blast furnaces. We're now handling it for 2, so that leaves us quite a bit of capacity.
The Port of Conneaut has been shipping material to make steel in Pittsburgh since the late 1800s. As Pittsburgh manufacturing has suffered, city manager Jim HOCKADAY says so has Conneaut.
The port property comprising of 900 acres, probably less than a fifth of that is being actively used in their ore movement.
The rest of the space is empty without the infrastructure to support new business. But since 2019, Bill says other companies have wanted to move in.
And a lot of it involved trucks.
Small old pass-throughs like this one make it hard for large semi-trucks to get into the port, limiting the kind of materials that it can process. Part of that federal money will create better truck access, opening up the door for much more future investment behind those fences. Right now, the only other option is to drive semis through the middle of the city.
We have known users that want to locate in this port but require this infrastructure.
So, the city of Conneaut has a $28 million plan to improve access to the port by roadway, rail, and to maintain the waterway. Already, HOCKADAY says there's a new $200 million project in the port depending on that work.
It's an opportunity to recast that incredibly unique infrastructure to capture something else.
The U.S. Department of Transportation is pitching in almost $20 million because Secretary ELAINE CHAO says projects like these are a big part of a renewed focus on rural communities.
These federal dollars to the Port of Conneaut is going to help the overall region's ongoing economic recovery.
That's because outside the port, Conneaut is trying to build a new entertainment district. As the port gets bigger,
there's got to be stuff for them to do here, and we're building that.
Conneaut Port Authority Chair George Peterson says it's up to the community to keep up.
We're going to help bring more business into the city of Conneaut.
New businesses are already popping up next to old buildings slated for renovations. And HOCKADAY says hundreds of millions of dollars in private investment will likely follow, but never would have come to Conneaut without that federal money. The city expects the number of port jobs to increase by 3 or 4 times what they are right now, employing many more people like Krista's dad, who wouldn't need a college degree to raise a family.
Start their career, start the family. It's a good retirement, good insurance.
Boosting the impact of that 900 acres of manufacturing in Conneaut even more. In Conneaut, I'm Kevin Barry, News 5.